Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your man Rose Super here today, and welcome to another episode of the Royal Genius Podcast, where we take a look at things affecting the Black community from a sociological and psychological point of view. Plus, we always keep it real. This episode has, of course, the Sensual Genius, Boonie, and Van. This is just like kind of like a freestyle episode, one of our conversations. So yeah, stay tuned. Well, it's funny because I was just thinking about it. KeKe
We could talk
got
about that
got a
because
restraining order against him. I thought they was good after that. What happened?
I knew they wasn't good.
We all knew the moment he made a comment about her outfit. Out of all the shit that he didn't recorded of her, pictures he done took of her
Exactly.
with her, the way she has been this entire time in her career, on and off camera, and he decided at that moment he needed to make a comment about her outfit because all of a sudden she's a mother and it matters now. We knew.
That ain't never what
The
it was
moment that
about.
came out, we all knew.
Right.
But honestly,
It's
I thought
crazy how people still like she a liar. She probably was somebody's. My mom said she passed by somebody on TikTok like she probably was the aggressor, but the camera caught him. But I'm like, if her cameras is always on, it would catch her if she was the aggressor.
Right. They
right.
would have caught the entire thing.
Exactly. Like, what are y'all saying? She turned the camera off, and then like in the middle of it, she said, "Hold up for a minute, go turn the camera on, and then record him." Missing some
People are
words.
making fake pages. I notice now to create narratives, especially on Facebook, right? Because I saw the CNN article. It said KeKe Palmer filed and granted a request for domestic violence restraining order against child's father Darius Jackson. And then one of the first comments I see is, "She is the abuser, not a victim. Hopefully he chooses better in the future." Right? Couple comments down. "She is the abuser, not a victim. Hopefully he chooses better in the future." It's like a bunch of those with different pages, white, black people.
My thing is, what has she done to make people think that
Be a black
Nothing.
woman.
be a black woman exactly? Because what has KeKe shown us that make us think, oh, she's the abusive? Why do people automatically pick the side of the person that they don't like and be like, oh, they're innocent or they're guilty?
Because they already know the person that they're siding with is who they wish they could be. If not the person they are on the inside, but they wish that they could do something like that, just not get away with it. Or they'll say, they don't agree with it, but they get it. And it's like, just say that's what you want to do. It's perfectly fine to just say that's what you want to do. Let your truth be out.
That's
The
But
crazy.
truth
it
is
too, it
that you
also too, because I noticed this too, like when it comes to social media, especially with women who attack other women, the women be with like you're sitting here watching women in relationships with niggas you wish you could get, but you know you can't get because you're not that girl. And it kills you to see these women in relationships with these men that you wish you could get. And the minute something happens between them, you turn on women because sometimes they'll even be a fan of yours. Y'all they happy that you got in a relationship or that's what they try to make it seem. They happy that you're in a relationship, they for the relationship, whatever. But as soon as something go wrong and decide it's time to choose a side, they choosing that man always.
because it's not, and honestly a lot of the times it has absolute, when it comes to women like that, it has absolutely nothing to do with the man and everything to do with the woman. They don't even actually want him because they want him as a person that he is. It's all because they either jealous of the woman,
The
want what
woman.
she is,
Yep.
want to be who she is, or just want her life and want to be in her shoes, or just want to have some kind of proximity to her
To
that
her.
makes them be in the light. It don't even be having shit to do with the man. They will just support the man just because the
They
man
did,
is against her and it's somebody that she cared for.
But
they did,
sometimes they be having to do with them a lot. Because you could tell in some instances it be having to do with the nigga. They be wanting a nigga, and it's like,
But for why?
they
Half the
did, they did,
time.
they did the same thing when she accused Trey Songz of doing what he did to her.
yep,
The same exact thing, the same narrative. Like it pisses me off because she ain't never shown herself to be nothing but a cool person. Like
right. It don't really matter though if you're a good person or not. That's what I was saying. Like even in situations where a man has proven to be who they are, a lot of times being a good woman ain't enough. You can't win, even if you're a good woman and he a good man, you automatically lose. Can't win against a good man or who people assume is a good man.
you can't.
And that's from men and women. Women be so quick to be the ones that tearing people down. Oh, she the aggressor. How would you like? What makes you think that? Even if even in the situation like that where we really don't know, I'm not gonna be quick to say, oh, this person is completely this way. If the evidence shows that that's what it is, that's what it is. Even if I like you, I'm not gonna be biased and choose your side just because I like you.
Right. It's like that's just like the what's his name situation. Jonathan Majors. You
Yeah,
actually liked him as an actor. And
I
as soon as the
did.
news came out, it was just like, damn. Like
Right.
wasn't no excuses for it, and people still making excuses for that nigga.
And
Like
The
this
problem is people are taking actual sides instead of looking at what is presented to
yeah,
them and what, it's okay to just wait, wait and see what happens, wait and see what's being said and all that good stuff, wait until all the facts come out or whatever. But it gets to a point where people are like taking sides, and then when they realize the side that they took was wrong, they just get quiet instead of at least
get
saying, well,
quiet.
damn, I tried, or something, just
Instead of
acknowledging,
being
like,
like, I
yeah,
apologize
you're
for
wrong.
taking this side. I was
Right, because
wrong.
if it came out that
Same
she's
way
the
they
one
did
who
me.
started it or some shit, it's like, well, damn, I was hoping for the best, but same thing I say for anybody. You hit somebody, you should expect your ass to get knocked out back. Like that's all it
Right.
is to me. But I'm the same. I see what I see, and I'm like, well, he was showing signs anyway, but I'm not sitting here like, oh yeah, she did absolutely nothing. I don't fucking
Right.
know. I wasn't there.
100%.
I went we none of
It
us
was
was
just
there.
her. Like I wasn't there. But also for whose situation? Who the heck was I just not thinking of? We said the Jonathan Majors thing. Oh, the Meg thing. They done went to
Oh yeah.
court and everything. Tori was found guilty, and people still don't
It
believe
was
her.
crickets.
And yeah, they didn't apologize. It was so many people saying she lying, she lying, she lying. Nobody apologized to her. A lot of celebrities even was putting their taking a stance on it and being boisterous about the fact that they think she was lying or whatever. And even now, anything she does, people literally will be under her comments talking about her. It's like because she got Tory locked up, whatever. She got him locked up. She lied and got him locked up. They found no evidence to prove that he did it. Yet he's in prison. I mean, yet he's locked up. Is he even locked up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
he
be
locked
acting
up.
like this nigga just had like hit after hit after hit and was in movie after movie. Like, shut up.
That situation irritated me because from the beginning I could tell that she was trying to protect somebody. Like when
Yeah,
she
she
came out, she didn't
definitely
want to
was
say
trying to protect
nothing. She
somebody.
didn't talk about it, and then he came out and made a whole narrative about her. And then it was
Yep.
just like, hold up, wait, I'm trying to protect your ass. Nigga,
And
you
Right.
that's
shot
where
me.
we always fuck up every single
That's what
time. As women, we fuck up every single time when we're trying to protect, when we're trying to save face, when we're trying to help or keep this person's reputation. Every fucking time
mhm,
it fails us, and we never learn our lesson.
100%. But like they were like, oh, she was lying. It was Kelsey. She trying to whatever. And I'm like, if it would have went his way, if things would have went his way and y'all and it came out that she was lying, then y'all would have been like the justice system, whatever, the justice system. But now that he's guilty, the justice system, that those rules don't apply no more. Like they don't apply because the person that you support. And I don't even understand how. I never people wasn't messing with Tory like that. They just don't like Meg.
Didn't he have that one hit? Like it wasn't even really big though, like that,
They
was it?
really just don't like her. Cause I ain't never seen no Tory fans like that.
I had one song of his that I had liked like many years ago. Don't ask me what the name of it is, but one time, right? One time I was listening to it like after the incident, and I was just listening to his lyrics, and I was like, "This shit makes no sense." Like I like because when I listen to music, I tend to not listen to the lyrics. Like I really don't be giving a fuck about the lyrics. I just like the melody, the music, but the way my brain work, I don't want the instrumental. I still want the words. I just don't listen to them. And I just sat there and actually listened to his verses, and I was like, "What? None of this shit makes sense.
Tory
Is this even about the song?"
Tory got little man syndrome though because he did the same like weird stuff when people was making diss songs back and forth. And Dax made a diss song against him, and he pulled up on Dax with a gun or whatever, and told him to apologize.
Really?
Yeah,
That's giving little dick energy.
I didn't know that.
yeah, like it was like a rap diss though, and it wasn't even he didn't even go hard at him. It was because Tory had jumped on this little thing, and everybody was like throwing disses back and forth. I think this was like 2019 or 2018, like right before the situation happened
I didn't
with
even know
Meg.
that.
But he didn't show the gun in the video. But like in the video, he pulled up on him and was just like, "Hey, you made a diss on apologize."
Why didn't you just make a diss song back?
Because he
Right.
ain't got it like that.
I thought that's how it goes. Somebody diss you, you diss them back. Like
Because
what
he
you
knew
Exactly.
it
do?
was gonna suck if he tried.
That's true.
Like everything else.
That's true. I'm like, dang, where all these Tory fans come from? And even the celebrities. Like what? Because I know Just Hilarious was going hard for Tory. She was going hard.
I ain't heard
I
from
don't.
her in a while either. I haven't seen her.
I
I
just
don't know
don't
if it's just my
understand.
timeline, but I haven't seen her in a minute
I just
either.
don't understand why they're going so hard for him though. Like, what are they
Like
getting out of it?
even the Keke, go back to the Keke Darius situation. Like, what is it about him that, like, what is it? I think people, we thought, well, you think that everybody loved Keke, but whenever things happen, you see exactly how that is untrue or whatever. Because these people don't know that boy. They don't know that I didn't even know that he was Saronis Jackson's brother.
Exactly. Nobody knows him
I did
other
not
than
know
his
that.
attachment to Kiki.
Who's that?
He's
See?
an actor. He was on Insecure.
Who was he on Insecure?
The dude that Molly was with.
The one that the one that
Drew
had
something.
a girl or whatever.
I think that was him. The light skinned dude, the
Tall one.
tall,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I know.
his brother.
Yeah, like I didn't know who that was on top of my head.
I was like, I didn't even know that nigga was
I
Saronis
know she had
Jackson's
talked about
brother.
how she met him like at a party or something like that, and it was like it still didn't seem like he was as big as she was or whatever. But
But what does he do? What do you mean as big? What does he do?
I think he dances or something or a model. Is he a model? I don't know.
Unless you are like Tyra Banks and whatchamacallit top, don't nobody know no damn models.
Exactly. Don't nobody know no models.
We know they faces, but don't nobody know
Exactly.
no damn model.
I ain't never seen him before. Ain't nothing. But like when that came out, her mama was saying that she went to his brother and told him what was going on. And the brother was like, I used to be like that. I used to be like that. Then I saw him, the Shade Room posted it, and then he commented and was like, these are all lies. Like she literally lying on me, whatever. And some of the women in the comments like, bro, you should have just stayed quiet. Like You should have just shut up. You shouldn't have said nothing. You should
When
have just
they
stayed
start
quiet.
going on how the person that they abused was defending them, like that's another red flag. It was like, but she said that I didn't do it. Like, shut up, shut up, shut up. You digging a bigger hole for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If
Because
somebody said I did something, if somebody is accusing me of doing something and then they retract their statement or say, well, she didn't really do that, I'm not gonna be like, see, she said I didn't. No, I'm not
that
Me
saying that.
that
neither.
that that definitely muddies the water for me, and it makes me feel like, okay, why are you retracting your statement? Because
Who?
anybody that retracts their statement, period.
Oh, okay.
I
A
ain't
lot of
retracting shit. I said it.
a lot of the times I think people retract their statement is because the mess that comes with stating something.
Well, that's what
And
I
they
mean.
look at it and they be like, dang,
For me, I
I ain't
feel like,
I ain't really want to deal with this. So I would rather say I was lying to get out of it.
but for that is even more shit comes when you do that. I feel like when statements are retracted is not necessarily because they don't want to deal with everything that's coming with it, but more so, well, that does happen a lot,
Yeah,
but
I think that happens
so
too.
it's the fact that sometimes people will do or say things um when in the moment,
Yeah.
like they're feeling this, they're going through this, they're tired, and they're gonna say exactly what's been going on in that moment. And then once they've gotten it out and they're, feeling better or they're, in a different headspace, and it's like, like those people who are with abusers, like they get tired in that moment, they're scared, they want to run away, they want to get away from it, they want it to end, and they're going to say whatever they need to get out of it. But then when shit calms down and they feel like they go back into that mindset they was in before, and it's like this person either says they're sweet nothings or they're thinking about all the good times they had before, and they're like, we can get past this. We can get over this hump or whatever. And then they end up being like, you know what? I didn't mean what I said. I take it back. And it's more of a in the moment type of thing, which that causes a lot of problems. But I think that's what happens with a lot of people most of the times, is that they do stuff that's in the moment instead of thinking about it all as a whole.
I think that's because people have to. You have some people who gotta do stuff like that because otherwise they never gonna like say nothing, never gonna stand up for themselves or whatever. They have to have a boiling point for them to be honest about what's been going on or whatever. Otherwise, they never will say anything. That's why it's in the moment and it's like, and I understand that, oh well, I just got that out. Now I'm in a different headspace. Maybe I should like say that I was lying because it still happened. It's not like you
I
were like it happened. So like what you mean?
A lot of times abuse comes with uh narcissism and gaslighting. And so
Definitely.
they're gonna make you feel like you're wrong for what you just did. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why the abuse mentality comes out. So a lot of people retract those statements because they felt passionately about it in the moment, and then they got back around the abuser, and the abuser convinced them that they were wrong by either gaslighting or ignoring them or anything. It could be anything, like, like the text messages that we saw from the Jonathan Majors situation. Those were, I'm not, the case isn't closed yet, but it looked like the abused kind of text messages. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. You know, putting all the blame on yourself when you are the victim.
But a lot of the times you don't even gotta get around the abuser. If they're in your head enough, any moment you have to think about what you just now did, you're gonna hear them in your mind, like making you feel guilty. They don't even at this point, they don't even gotta say nothing to you. You ain't even gotta
Exactly.
be around them. They've already trained you to
Mm.
take the blame for everything that has happened. So I think that's a thing too. It's a lot of variables, I think.
What I hate that comes along with people that are in abusive situations, whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, at some point in time, not only do they cause damage to themselves because the work has already been done to the mental, they end up turning into that person just to survive.
Yep.
And then when they turn into that person or they start adopting or adapting the traits of the abuser, now there's a full-blown case that could be built with evidence that this person has been doing this to me, and instead of it being the other way around, because now you have gotten so far into their head, they have turned into you, and
Mhm.
you can sit there and blame them for everything.
Yep. That's crazy too. That happens even if you don't really turn into them, even if you don't turn into them, they get into your head. Even if you don't turn into them as far as being abusive. But I feel like you like certain things you might do, like you said, to survive that situation or whatever, even if it doesn't look exactly like their abuse, in some type of way it can be painted as abusive, like whatever you do. Like for instance, for me, I was when I was with my ex, I was I guess you could say meaner. Like I would say the craziest things to him, and he would be like, you think just because you don't curse that the stuff you say ain't bad, but you be saying stuff that be worse than what I say or whatever. And he was right. I would say the craziest things to him because that was the only way that I could, to be honest, fight him. Because
Mm.
in person, he would be completely different. He never acted that way toward me in person. So it's like if I fought him physically, I would 100% be the one 100% in the wrong. And I knew that.
That's how it was with my one of my exes. He he was so bad that it became an automatic response for me to respond a certain way to him when I would hear from him, because it was always, like, literally always bullshit. So if he did say something seemingly nice, I would respond as if he didn't. And
Mhm.
it was, I think it was like one of the last conversations we had. He had asked me what seemed like such a simple question, but I knew like there was something else behind that question, and I was just instantly irritated. Like, why the fuck does it matter? Why are you even worried about this? And he was just like, why do you think the worst of me? I'm just simply asking this question. So obviously, if anybody else is looking at that message, it seems like I'm the aggressor, just for
Yep.
him to turn around and it actually still end up being complete bullshit. And it's
Mhm.
like when you deal with bullshit for so long, so often, it's like you respond as if everything is bullshit, because almost everything is bullshit.
It
And then
is.
they can take that and be like, see, she was being mean to me. She wasn't considerate, da 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 da. And it's like, bro, the shit gets bad.
I promise you, I was in the same exact situation a lot of times with my previous situation. So I would, oh well, you just thinking the worst of me. I'm just trying to do
Those are
this.
the literal words. Why do you think the absolute worst of me?
It's just like,
'Cause you're
but
the absolute worst.
doing that to you and then you change. I feel like nobody leaves an abusive relationship unscathed and unchanged, because you are
No,
going to, the longer that you're in there, is changing you, is you're doing stuff that you know that you is way out of your character that you shouldn't do, but it's just like it's like survival mode. I gotta do
the hell
whatever I
was
can.
way out of my character was being with a nigga I ain't even like. I don't even like this nigga. Why am I with him? I'm like, God dang.
I
I
started.
literally would break up with you for every little thing. I'm staying with this nigga. Even though I know he's a terrible person, but I was the only one that saw it. Everybody else thought he was such a good person.
And
And
then
that
that makes
makes you
you feel
feel
like you're
crazy
going
too.
crazy.
It makes you feel crazy. Like, dang, am I tripping for real? That's what I was saying. That was my issue. I had the issue that was the opposite of most people. I was the one who was seeing him for who he was, but everybody around me was like, you this the person that you should be with. Like, you tripping, like you should be with this nigga, whatever. And I'm just like, at some point I started being like, am I like, should I be with him or whatever?
People like that are able to convince people that they are a good person. They are
They are.
they exude it. And like in my situation, it was the same way. Everybody that encountered her was just like, "Oh, she's so good, man! You done hit the jackpot with that." Oh, she's because they're able to thrive in social situations. They're able to make everybody feel like, "Oh yeah, they're the life of the party. Oh, they were so nice to me." All of this stuff.
That's
And
why I learned firsthand. I don't care what friend it is. I don't care if I've known this person longer than anybody else. I don't care who it is. I never I never take like anything anybody says to heart that's living with somebody else, like when it comes to the things that they're saying, because I'm like, I have no idea. I don't live there. I will always say, you have absolutely no idea who this person is unless you are living with them. If you are not living with them, you have absolutely no say so in how this person is or who they are as a person
That's true.
because you don't know. Only the people who are intimate with that person really truly know that person. I love my little brother to death. I think I know him like the back of my hand. If somebody came up and told me he was this kind of person behind closed doors, there is absolutely nothing I could say to dispute that because I don't know. I don't live with him. You live with him. And even if I did live with him, there are parts of him that he is only going to show me as his sister. You are as his
Exactly.
partner is going to see something completely different. I don't because I had that issue with my brother-in-law one time like years ago. He was like, "That's my brother. I know him." I said, "Bitch, and I'm his wife. I know him better. Like
Right.
I know him way better. There's nothing you can say or do to tell me otherwise. I live with him. There's nothing. I will never listen to somebody that doesn't live with that person. I don't care if they're like, well, his husband,
Dude, I
his
ain't live with that
wife.
nigga.
You don't know.
I ain't live with my ex ever. I ain't even used to stay around him that long, but I saw a lot of the things that were wrong with him.
But you're an intimate partner, so you still would
That's
know just as much as somebody who's living with them because you are an intimate partner. You're going to see things that nobody else is going to see, not no mama, no sister, no brother, nobody, even if they had like a roommate,
See, that's why y'all
even
don't listen to
them.
people, and y'all be like, "Why you don't vent?" That's why,
See,
and I never will,
that
and I
really
never will because I'll be right.
that really bothers me because people can't differentiate who somebody is to them to who they are to somebody else. They think
Mm,
that
that's
just
true.
because just because they're cool with you, oh well, he's shown me this, but you don't know who they are behind closed doors because you could literally live with somebody too, be in the same house, but it's that intimacy. Like you are the ones that are spending the most time around each other. Because I was in a situation where her and I were living in one house, but our separate interactions were so drastically different than what everybody else would see from day to day.
I feel like that's selfish too. For you to be like, if somebody telling you something somebody did to them, and for you to be like, well, they ain't did that to me. They don't treat me like that. I ain't never see that. Well, he did such and such. What does that matter? Just because a person, I have sense enough to know that just because you treat me a certain type of way, don't mean I feel like you treat everybody that same way. I literally see people treat different people differently.
I've only said that in a sense like that's not how they do me. That doesn't mean that's not how they're doing you. I've seen people do that too. They be like, well, they ain't do me like that, so it's hard to believe. And it's like, no, 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 no.
Yeah,
They haven't done you like that. That doesn't take two things can exist at the same
exactly,
time. Just because they are
exactly.
treating you right, don't mean they're treating them right.
It's not my problem, so I don't care. It don't really affect me type of response.
Unless you got those serial killers like that the partners had absolutely no idea what was going on. Like they noticed a little bit of suspicious behavior, but not on that scale, and then find out they complete serial killers and shit later on.
Do you think it's more of people dissociating themselves with the situation, like separating themselves from the situation, or is it their actual view of the person? that does stuff.
I think it's both. I think it's their view of the person, and because they view them, and a lot of times the people's perception of a person is attached to how that person has benefited them. It's not necessarily unbiased. My perception of you doesn't have anything to do with how you benefit me. It don't got nothing to do with that. It's unbiased, but I feel like people attaches that. It's like the benefit. Oh well, for instance, celebrities, like I've heard for instance, Corey Holcomb. You know what type of comedian he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot of the stuff that he has said about people, whatever. We talk about some of the stuff that he said about people. And then I've heard other comedians have conversations about him, and they'll be like, he a good person to me. Like when I ain't had this, when I wasn't doing this, he did this for me, he did that for me, or whatever. But it's like, if he didn't do that, would you feel the same way? Because I feel like people always attach their perception to how a person has benefited them, what they've done for you. What does that mean? Just because he did something nice to you, it's plenty of terrible people that can do nice things. That don't mean they're not terrible. Like Brent used to try to convince me so bad, or I like him as a comedian. This he cool, whatever. And we used to like go. I was like, but I don't like his type of comedy. His type of comedy is, to me, is sexist. He's sexist. Like, he comes off this way. He comes off whatever. But he would try to convince me or whatever. This person said he this person said he did that.
I swear that's Mondo. Mondo do the same shit because he listened to him all day, every day.
I don't like the stuff that he be saying about people. I don't like how he do stuff. I just don't like that type of person or whatever. And he tried to convince me, like, he cool, or he did this for this person, he did that for that. Don't matter to me. I don't care.
Right.
I've been gravitated away from him too. Like it was just like I didn't even know who he was at first until I saw like some clips come up, but I'm just like, this not even comedy though. He's not even trying to be funny at this point.
Right. It's disguised as comedy. You know how they say every joke has a bit of truth? It's like all of his jokes are true. Those are his truth.
That's how he
exactly
feels.
how he feels about it.
And then he laugh afterward.
Like, oh, it's just comedy. It's like, no, it's not.
Or he'll say it in a loud, boisterous way, and like, oh, that's just his brand of comedy.
That nigga is mean, and I told that nigga, the reason why you like him is because you're just like him. You're mean just like him. And you want to guise it as, I'm just being funny. No, you're a terrible person. You're not funny.
Right. I was like, it's him and whoever them other folks said. It was like Joe Budden or some shit. All of them. I think I've laughed at maybe a couple of things that they said, but other than that, I don't even smile if I hear their voices. Like, there's absolutely nothing funny to me.
There's a difference between somebody making fun of somebody and to be funny, it's also to be inclusive. I think 85 South does a perfect job at doing that. They make fun of some stuff of people or whatever. The way that they do things, it's not mean spirited. You can tell when somebody is just mean spirited. They just mean. That nigga is mean. That nigga hates people, especially women. He hates women.
Especially with comedy, it is very subjective, but there's a way to go about it where you can do an offensive topic or something like that and not offend anybody.
Exactly.
A lot of the I mean, not necessarily anybody, because some people still gonna pick and choose stuff out of it.
Regardless, they're gonna be
but it's how you're trying to present it, and you could tell by how someone says something if they're trying to get at you and then be funny to have people laughing at you and not with you, and it's a big difference. That's why I like South Park, because a lot of people think that they're picking and choosing people. No, they making fun of everybody. They make fun of society as a whole, and people get offended by it because you can see yourself in it. Because
like I was saying, like DC, he'll literally jank you down and you don't walk away feeling like, dang, that just hurt my feelings. You really laughing at yourself, whatever. He doing it just to be funny, like he just a clown or whatever. But it's some people who will say stuff about you that's mean and they'll expect you to laugh at it. It's not like, that's not funny. Like, for instance, the incident that some of the stuff that has been happening on here or whatever. Like, there's a difference, and then the excuse is always, I was just cracking a joke. I was just trying to be funny. That just because you think it's funny don't mean that it's funny, bruh. You weren't being funny, you were being disrespectful.
Especially when
There's a line.
somebody tells you no, that's not funny. I'm not. That's not. You can gauge if you have any decency. I would think to see if
I would think
how
too.
how somebody is taking what you're saying.
Oh no,
Eh,
then they just call you sensitive.
Or like if I, 'cause like I know that I'm not trying to offend anybody when I say something. So if I see that, hey, you know what? Especially in a social
It's offending
situation,
you, then I'ma back
I'm gonna
off.
back off. My bad, and then move on. Like
Right.
I'm not
But you
gonna
have
keep
some people that'll keep
jabbing,
going, and be like, I was just joking. No, this person told you to stop. They was like, it's not funny, like this is really how I feel. And you just keep going, you're disrespectful, you're a terrible person. I don't care.
100% a terrible person. I feel like it happens too often though. People put it under that guise of I'm playing. I was just
Mhm.
playing, or and then like Van said, "Oh, you're just sensitive because you can't take that kind of
Mhm.
like what?"
Oh, I could take a joke, but I also know when somebody is trying to disrespect me and disguise it as a joke.
Right, right. Big difference. I could joke with my friends all day.
Same. That's the type of culture I grew up in. Like, what you mean? That's the type of culture that I grew up in. So, if you offend me, I really think you're a mean person because it's hard to offend me.
Same. You have to be going out of your way to do something that's disrespectful to get me like, come on, man. Like really,
Right.
I
But
think
you have some people who like refuse to take accountability. They refuse to look at, bro, you're just a mean person. You're not a nice person. And you want people to allow you to disrespect them, and that's not cool.
they want people a lot of to disrespect them, but those same type of people also like that all of those types of comedy that is offensive, or they like those comics who do degradation, like and
Mhm.
especially like those people who are of a marginalized community,
Yep.
like like a trans person or something like that. They'll say something, you know, that fits whatever they feel, and it's just like, oh, that's funny to me, huh? Because
Mhm.
I can't say that. That's what it is. I
Exactly.
can't say that. They're saying what I can't. See,
That's how that nigga was. But I also feel like there's a fixation attached to it too, especially when you're talking to trans people and you have somebody that's just fixated on that one group. It's deeper than what you saying.
They get so mad when I say that because I be like, I'm not saying it as an insult. I'm just saying either you have some extremely deeply rooted issues or you need to go ahead and come out.
That junk
Like, they get so mad when I say that, and they be
is
like, "Oh, you're
is
trying to use
deeper
that
than
as an
that.
insult." I'm like, I'm dead ass serious when I say I am not trying to say like being gay is an insult, being gay or trans is like something bad. I'm just simply saying either you have some seriously deep rooted issues when it comes to that, or you are scared, which is like hand in hand with those rooted issues, or
Mhm.
you're scared to come out because of how you think the world is going to perceive you, or how you think you should be this type of person or that type of person, and you know for a fact that you truly are not, or you're just scared to explore that option because you feel like you're actually going to like that side that you was taught not to like. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not saying, like, again, I'm not saying like being gay as an insult. I'm saying, sir, if you are gay, you're gay. It's fine.
It's
If
fine.
you want to be a woman, that's fine. Like, the world is more accepting now. It's fine. Now, what kills me is when they swear up and down they're not gay or they don't want to be on that spectrum, but they are doing it so much so because they want to impress the very men that have an opinion about that. And it's like, you don't find that funny? You don't find it
That's
suspicious?
pretty gay to me.
You don't
The,
find that
the,
suspicious that you are trying to impress another man by not
Trying to
being
impress some
impressed by other
niggas.
men?
the fixation on it be so unhealthy because
It's so unhealthy.
you could see you could have any regular conversation with them and it'll transfer to
It'll
that
go
because
there.
it's their default. Bro, you could be talking about the weather today.
Wasn't
And
that you
then,
that said Mike Tyson asked Boosie if he was gay?
yep. He was just like, you are what you hate. It was so hilarious though, because Michael Jackson's only
How did Boosie react?
he was like, no, but that's the most timid you will ever see Boosie. He didn't want no smoke with Tyson. He fell back in his chair very calmly. No, man. Sometimes I just say stuff that I shouldn't say.
Oh, what?
I just be talking, man. I just be
I
talking.
gotta see that goddamn interview, bro. I gotta see that.
He didn't, and Mike Tyson really didn't even go hard at him because Mike Tyson has got that energy where he could just say it to you, like his normal voice or whatever. And it was just like, so why you talking about gay people? Like, it was just like
so much. Like, nigga, you always in a business. You want to go over there? It's fine if you do.
Any conversation could go there, and I noticed that with a lot of men and women. You know, I talk to a lot of different people, and like the conversation is nowhere near there. And then a lot of times they'll segue into that. I'm like,
what pisses me off?
right,
Niggas that like niggas.
right, or
like people be like, well, people, why? I don't see how people get taken in their butt, and I'm like,
If you would try it, like I've even said that quite a few times, like, have you ever tried
try
it?
it.
And of course, like, I ain't gonna try that shit. And I'm like, I swear to God,
You'll see.
I will help you if you need me to. I will help you try it. Let's do this. Let's get
don't be
into
scared.
this. Don't be scared. I promise you, we will take it slow. As much lube you need.
You
You
finna
want to try a
see, my
toy.
nigga.
You want a finger
You finna
first? You want a
see.
toy? Like, I promise you, I will help you on that journey. Let's go.
They ain't ready for
You
that
finna
conversation.
see, my nigga. You don't see how. You about to see.
Right, because the stories I've heard, like whether they straight or gay men, when it comes to the men and like actually being able to hit their G spot in that area is fucking amazing to me. Like just to hear how they talk about it. And I'm like, I want that for you.
To be
I
honest,
want this for you. I want you to experience some shit like that. Come on now.
that is honestly some of my favorite porn to see. Uh,
Not
because
mine.
if you've seen it to where they stimulated prostate, where the guy will it just comes out and it's uncontrollable and they don't even have to be touching themselves.
And see, that just sounds amazing. I want to test that theory. I want to
I
learn
think
to
that's
take.
why women like gay porn. But sometimes it's a thin line because sometimes when I be watching that junk, I be scared. Like,
They be aggressive.
okay, y'all doing too much. Y'all need to chill out.
Oh,
They gotta be like
it be
on
really aggressive. Yeah.
the interview with the vampire. Now, if they like that where it's all sensual and shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen some that was like that, but like sometimes
yeah,
I
that's
be
what
like,
I meant.
God damn.
I meant specific to that type. It's passionate, and you could tell that the person is enjoying it, and they sometimes the body can't ain't gonna tell no lie. You're not because you're not doing nothing, and it just it come out. It was like, oh snaps! You can see that face, like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that. But a lot of people let those conversations go. I talked to somebody the other day that was like that. And she'd like to bring the kids thing into it. She was talking about kids at first, and then I had a feeling that it was gonna go there.
What do you mean the kids thing?
He was like, "Oh yeah, it's a crazy generation right now. I just feel sorry for the kids because it's so dangerous out there." And I'm just like, "Oh, here we go." I just had a feeling because she was like the way she was talking. I just had a feeling. And then you just don't know what's gonna happen out there because you got men who want to be women.
Sometimes a
You just
woman's
click off.
sometimes a woman's that from a woman be attached to an experience she's had where a man chose another man or a transgender person over her. Most of the time that's what it be, but sometimes some of them just be hateful.
It's weird to me how, okay, so again, obviously, hypothetically, let's say mine end up leaving me for another man. What they gotta do with me?
Exactly.
That's always been my question. Like, why are you so angry? Like, and then they would say, like, I would be less hurt if it was like another
A
woman.
woman,
But why?
not me,
You should be hurt, period. If you
not
cared about them that much,
me.
but why does it hurt
I think
more
a lot of
that
times
it was
people,
another man? Like, bitch, why?
Right.
I think a lot of times people internalize something that they shouldn't be internalizing. They internalize a part of it that they shouldn't be internalizing, and they see it as a reflection of themselves. Because, okay, for example, my ex-wife, uh, when her and I split, she started dating a woman, like, and she came out pretty much she's gay. There was a part of me that felt like even more like hurt because I was just like, wait, does that mean that there's something wrong with me that caused her to go do that? Because part of that was because she had vehemently denied that she was like that before, you know. So I'm like, did something wrong with me so bad that it changed who she was inside or something? Like I think that's part of it. They're internalizing the whoever they cheat with as a attack on you as a person, as a man or a woman. You know, like oh I must have failed so much as a man or a woman that they had to go to the same gender instead of just being oh well that's just messed up that they cheated on me like with anybody because
Whole time.
regardless of huh.
Huh?
Oh no, so the whole time it'd be something else more like she realized like, damn, I can't seem to well for some, it'd be like, damn, I can't seem to make it work with like the men that I'm with or the men that I'm dealing with or whatnot. Let me go ahead and explore into this side of me that I've been keeping hidden or, whatever the case may be. And it usually be having like absolutely nothing to do with you as a person. Like I know you said people can internalize it, which they do. They think that there's something wrong with them, and that don't even be the case. Like that person don't even be a thought as to the reason why they move
Right.
a
And
different way.
I noticed that too when I look back at it like, with my situation. I was just like she was showing me the whole time that she was dealing with something internally. She just didn't know how to express it, and then when she was able to express it, now
A lot of times it be before, well, it's before you, period.
oh yeah,
This
it was
stuff
a
it's been going on before you, period. And I feel like for me, like when like I guess when it comes to like Van said, you have some people who will try to work it out with the opposite sex, like they're women that will date men and then be like, well, things aren't working with men that I've dated, so I'm gonna just explore that side of me. For me, and I guess it's because I'm not a lesbian, maybe. Because for me, it's like the pansexual in me won't let me be like, I'm done with these niggas. Like, it's been going crazy with these niggas. I would just try women. Like, it just won't. I can't just focus on one or the other and just be like, oh, I'm gonna just stop focusing on them. Even though I would love to be able to do that, I can't. So because of that, I'd be like, uh, I don't know. I don't know when in a situation like that, I feel like because I feel like when women are cheated on by with when a man cheats on a woman with a woman, that same thing happens. Like a
yeah.
lot of times they still blame themselves. They find something to blame themselves for, whether it be well, she looked different than me. I look like this. I may be bigger. She's skinnier. He like skinny women. That's why he cheated on me with her. I think period people do that, but
100%. Yep.
a lot of the times, I mean, well, it don't have nothing to do with you, period. It doesn't have anything to do with you, period. It's just really that a lot of times a person ain't even really specifically like, oh, I'm gonna go cheat on her with a skinny girl, a skinny light skinned girl with long hair,
A
whatever. Like
cheater gonna
they
be
don't
a
even be
cheater
thinking about
regardless.
it.
It ain't got shit to do with you. A cheater gonna be a cheater.
Right. They don't even be thinking like that. They just go out and do whatever it is that they want to do. It don't even be like, well, I want some like, and sometimes people will, because they know that you have those insecurities, they will play on your insecurities and say they'll try to make you feel like that's what it is. But even in situations like that, they really just trying to make you feel bad.
It's still a
It don't got nothing
reflection.
to do with it.
It's a deflection
Right.
thing.
It's still a
Yeah.
reflection of them because you have
Right.
some who will actually go out of their way to cheat. Like, because, like I said, a cheater gonna be a cheater, and they will go out of their way to cheat on somebody they know that you're gonna think either looks
Yep.
better than them or something like that, just to make you feel some
Just
type
to
of way.
make you feel some type
Or
of way.
if they actually do have a specific type when it comes to that category, and you know you're not that type, and that's again an issue with them because they knew that you weren't their type and they
Right.
still decided to be with you. You knew you weren't their type, but you gave it a chance anyway because maybe, just maybe, they, decided whatever. But then they cheat on you with somebody that is their type. Again, that's not your problem.
That's
That's
not your
their
problem. It still
problem.
doesn't have anything to do with you. I do say this though, before getting with somebody, I do feel like you should like see who they are, the type of people that they usually go for, because that'll save you some trouble.
Look at all them exes.
I ain't trying to be the girl that you wanted to try something different with. Go and keep dating the ones that your type. Don't come dating me and saying, "Oh, I wanted to try something different. That's why I dated." No, keep dating your type.
You look at my playbook, you're gonna have a lot of questions.
You look at mine, you could be confused. Like she really don't got a type. She really don't.
How accurate do you think that is, though?
I think that is pretty accurate, especially with men. I think that's pretty accurate. I feel like you have people who go hard at a specific type. You can look at a lot of their exes and be like, oh yeah, they got a type. They 100% got a type. And then they'll date somebody, they'll deviate from that for whatever reason. It could be just to shake things up. I'm bored dating these type of women. I'm about to date somebody else that look different. I think that's pretty accurate. I think you save yourself a lot of trouble when you do that. But for people like me who don't got a type at all, it's pointless.
It's because a lot of the time you'll see like people in society saying, "Stop going for the one you want and go for the one you need." That is the
Yep.
dumbest shit
That's
to me.
dumb. Very dumb.
That is the
100%
dumbest
stupid.
shit to me. But they
What
were
is the
like,
Go
logic
for
"Go
behind
for the
that?
one that you
go for
want.
who
Go
you
for the one that
want.
you need, not the one that you want." And I'm like, why the fuck would I go to someone now? This is not like food and water. I need food.
Right.
I need water, and I'm being picky, but the I'm on my deathbed because I'm starving. Like, that's not this situation. Y'all be trying to come up on people. If that's the case, then y'all need to go ahead and
They
say that
definitely
I am a sex worker. You are a sex worker because this is a business contract that we are forming together where we are paying each other in some type of way for our pleasures and our needs.
they be trying to say that again. They be trying to come up on people. And I ain't trying to be that girl. You go ahead and keep dating those ones that you've been dating. I mean, I'm gonna tell you I ain't your type. I don't even got to see your exes. I know when I'm somebody's type and when I'm not. I know when you just dating me to shake things up, or because you feel like there is some benefit to being with me, something that someplace you trying to get, and you think that I'm gonna take you there. I know this without even looking at your history. But if most of the time when you date people, if you go back and look at all of the people who date, and not even just how they look, the things that they're into, the things that they do, their interests, all of this stuff, it'll tell you a lot about that person, and you will save yourself from trouble. If you don't look like those girls, you're not anything like those girls. Why date somebody like that?
I don't feel like judging the people that I've been with is accurate, but I don't know if it's a
That's
certain type
because
of
you
people.
pansexual.
Yeah, because people will look at it, but it's relationships and people that I've also just been with. Because like attraction for me has always been everybody. Like it don't matter.
You know
But
what?
Same. But
Yeah,
it's way more people who are not like us.
yeah. If you
Way
look at
more.
mine, if you're looking at their looks, like their physical appearance, then yeah, you're gonna have a whole bunch of questions. But if you look at their personalities, a lot of them were very similar in personality. Like every dude that I've been with, whether it was good or bad, was on paper a provider. So
Mm.
like even if they didn't have a lot of money, they was gonna find a way to make it and do whatever they felt, was necessary to do. They was either gonna be all of them were hardworking. Most of them knew how to work with their hands. Like I don't know what it was, but I always end up attracting the ones who, like to work on cars, who were handyman, who didn't mind trying to build something from scratch. Like
You
those
from
type
the
of men.
South. That's it. Because most men from here know how to do that type of stuff, if you being honest.
And well, I don't know. A lot of the ones I knew weren't like that. A lot of the ones that I
Really?
dated were like that.
Around here, I ain't really know nobody who ain't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of them that don't know how to do a damn thing with their hands. But the ones that I
Really?
dated just so happened to be either they were going to pay for a lot of stuff or they was gonna work with their hands or both. And
So
they
you
were
like
not
niggas
the
who
type
pay
of
for love?
people who were like necessarily pushovers. Like they had a voice. Some of them may have had more issues with confrontation than others. And when I say that, I mean like they were the confrontational parties. But uh, yeah, as far as characteristics, most of them had the same personality traits as far as that's concerned, or same qualities as far as that's concerned.
I don't even date niggas with the same personality
You know
traits.
what?
They all
I,
different.
I was just thinking. I was trying to think while Van was talking. I'm like, what is the personality trait that is a common theme in people that I've been in love with?
What is?
It's it was listening to me while I was in a very bad point in my life with each one. Like I was homeless, I was in jail with my ex-wife. I was going through a very difficult transition from almost being homeless, losing everything. It was they listened, I guess. They listened and were just there and showed interest in me during that point.
I
Interesting.
already told you though, don't trust women like that.
Right. It's okay to
It ain't
listen,
gonna
but
stick.
not if
It ain't
that's
gonna
all
stick.
that they seem to be good at doing. Because the ones who be listening the most half the time be the ones that's plotting on you.
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
Especially in
A lot of and a
situations
lot.
like that, they're not gonna continue like that. You can only do that for so long before a woman is like, all right, nigga, you you ain't had a job for this long. I ain't about to sit here and wait for you to keep being like this or whatever. It's not gonna last. It lasts at first.
I think the
Wouldn't even
personality trait that all mine had was the fact that they didn't, because my love language as far as giving is acts of service. And that's what I
Damn.
would get almost all the time from them. Like they had absolutely no problem with doing stuff for me without me asking or expecting anything in return. That was always like every single one of them had no problem with doing anything for me and not asking or expecting anything in return. Like it was always just here's this, I got this for you, or like them gift giving, or them being like, hey, let me handle this for you, or at the time when I was younger, it was like, here, let me pay your phone bill or some shit like that without me having to ask. Like it was always something like that attracted me because I do acts of service. I like to do shit for people. I like to pay attention to the little things that they like, or they used to pay attention to shit they knew I liked, and I wouldn't have to ask for anything or say, "Hey, I want this," or I wouldn't even say it was something that I wanted. They would just pay attention to me and would know. I like they see something, they like, "Oh, I think Van would like this,"
They take
and get it.
initiative.
Yeah, it was always shit like that.
I don't got no common theme, even in characteristics. The people that I like. I guess you could say assertive, but I've dated niggas that wasn't. I've dated dudes that were pushover-y. They would do anything that I say, do whatever, anything that I say. And I've dated dudes that were assertive. I dated dudes that were passive and like yes men, and I didn't like them. It didn't last, but I've dated dudes like that. I don't think there's a common theme with the people that I date.
I
It
feel
just
like
depends
I don't feel like
on
I've had.
something it depends on what attracts me to you. Cause you have to throw a bunch of stuff and then something will pop out to me.
I I don't know if I dated that much though, really, because the
Me
situations I
neither.
was in was it
Same.
never really dating. I talked to some people, and a lot
Same.
of times things will fizzle out. A lot of time, people would just fall off. So dating is different. I don't know.
That's the
Really.
same thing with me too, especially in my adult life.
I gotta start figuring these things out. That was like that made me question myself. I'm like, what is
I
the
don't
common
think there would
thing?
be a common theme though with the two of us.
Some people say, oh well, you look at your two wives, they look similar. They don't look similar to me, but okay. That's not why I got with them though. Like, if they do look similar to you, they don't look similar to me, but
They basically saying you got a type or you couldn't get over your first.
yeah, I'm like, I don't see what they were talking. Still to this day, I don't see what they're talking about, except for maybe their skin tone, maybe. But one was a little bit lighter than the other one, so I don't know what they were heavy set women. But one of them,
That's probably what they mean.
one of them was skinnier when I met her. So what do you mean? Like she got bigger as I got bigger. I don't know. I don't get it. But
Yeah, I don't really gotta.
you don't.
There's no common themes with the people that I be like. And even if think about like who I be attracted to, it just be something random.
I was just thinking about a random thought right now. For people who are pansexual, uh, especially pansexual slash sapiosexual, more attracted to who the person is.
Hmm.
A perfect like dating idea will not just be a blind date, but you don't know the person's gender either. You have no frame of reference for who they are except for what they're telling you, and that's the question that you can't ask
Mm.
because I don't feel like that would change anything for me. That the person, I mean, man, woman, trans, any,
Well, for pansexual people, it ain't gonna change. We don't
yeah,
care.
we're not gonna care. As soon as they walk out, I'll be like, oh, okay, if I liked you, I liked you. Okay, let's go out now.
Yeah.
But most other people, I think
Love
it
is
is.
Blind would be amazing for us.
I don't see myself being like, ugh, like
Cause I'll be
never.
seeing people attraction leave their body when they see that person. Like they be like,
I am people.
they'll like freeze up. I'm like,
This
oh
has
shit, I'm like
literally happened to me. I am people.
sometimes I don't even be knowing how people are. Like, look, my mom be asking me so much. Did you look at him? Did you look at him? Look at him next time you see him. That's what she be.
to,
All Boonie see is the personality. It just coats their
That's
face.
what she
You
be
don't see
telling me.
to me, I feel like it's similar. I mean, I notice certain things, but like I don't notice till after. Sometimes it's like, oh wow, yeah, I see why they said.
Sometimes I don't never notice it. You got to tell me to look at somebody, or it got to be something that makes me start paying attention to the physical of somebody. Like it got to be something that makes me start looking at them. But I literally don't like. If you told me to tell you how somebody looked, I would. The description would not be great.
Well, for me, I can't describe people anyway. That's why I
I
tell people to commit a crime in front of me. I can't tell you.
I used to be like that. Like all I saw was the personality, and that was enough until like I said, I've said it before. I would get to a point in the relationship where I would be looking at other men and being like, damn, I wish my boyfriend looked like that. And that would always be the point in
Ooh,
time where I knew it was time to go. And we would always break up soon after because I knew
Man,
I've
what?
reached the point of no return.
at least you're honest about that because I feel like a lot of people would want to say that their looks don't mean anything to them
Looks
when
don't
it when
matter.
it when it
Looks
does.
matter to the vast majority of people.
They definitely matter to
Let's
me
be
now.
honest. The
They
vast
used
majority looks matter.
Yeah, because I used to, I really, I I've been in relationships with people for years because their looks did not matter. But like I said, once I got to that point where I was like, I wish my boyfriend looked like that, or I wish I had a boyfriend that looked like that, I knew you're not gonna be in this relationship too much longer because now you're gonna start paying attention to their looks and you're not gonna like what you see. Like one moment, dating my boyfriend, of course, back then, never paid attention to his looks. Never had an issue with his looks. Body was great, so I real life did not care. And I was walking towards him. He was on the phone, and you know how couples make silly faces at each other and some shit. And he made a face, and I instantly was like, "Don't do that shit no more." And I knew right then and there, that's when it clicked that I started paying attention to his looks, and I was very unhappy with what I was seeing.
Damn.
So I am people. I got to a point after getting either played or cheated on so many times. Like, look, if I'm gonna get played, at least let it be somebody I actually find physically attractive. So I actually started setting a standard, like when it came to looks.
What
Like,
is that mindset? At least be fine if you go cheat on me.
exactly.
Fine, at least.
At least look good.
I do not care, nigga. You still trash.
Don't do me dirty. It don't matter
Oh, you
how you
trash
look.
I
still,
don't care
man.
how you look.
At least be cute. Like shit.
For me, like, because the more I like somebody, the more attractive they'll become to me. And so
Mm.
I start picking out stuff on them that
That I
I
like.
like, you know.
He got a
Ooh,
nice. I like his nose. I
right,
like her
same, like,
eyes.
or
I
the
like.
lips. Ooh,
Yeah.
I like when she smiles. Ooh, like, yeah, I like, you know what? You know, like
Everything. I'm good. Like I always be saying that I'm gonna find something that I like. If I like you, I'm gonna find something physically that I like about you, and all of the other stuff don't matter.
Put a paper bag on your face, then we'll be fine.
Dang.
I think it is hard for a lot of people, like, including you, man, to separate like that. Where you know you gotta be attracted to some, and that's okay too though. But some people you have to be honest about it.
There are other things that come along with that. Like you have to like if you're not paying, you have to at some point, if you plan on having sex, you have to be physically attracted to the person you with. And if you know from jump that you don't like the look of their face, that's gonna be very,
Could it
very hard.
be because I don't Brand, do you experience physical attraction? A physical, yeah.
Physical attract, like yeah.
Physical. See, I think that with me, I don't experience physical attraction at all. And
I
I
can
also
experience
don't
physical, but
experience
not
sexual
sexual.
attraction off of physical.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can have physical attraction to someone, but not sexual. So it's like it for me, it don't go hand in hand. Just because I find you physically attractive does not mean I find you sexually attractive or that I
Mm.
want to have sex with you. I just think you are very pleasing to the eye. I don't mind looking at you. That does not mean I want to be up under
So,
you or have
so
sex with you.
experiencing physical attraction is like looking at somebody and being satisfied with how they look.
Yeah, just enjoying their face or body, or both.
That don't register to me
Yeah,
at all.
it's kind of it actually it's kind of hard to register myself, but it's like it takes a minute too. But then it's like I can look at somebody like, oh, they're cute. Like that's always my initial reaction is, oh, they're cute. And then if I see them again and then again, then it's like, oh wait, like they look really good. Like, oh, they look extremely good. Oh, okay, this is nice. This is nice to look at. But
So
if that same person was like, hey, can we do some things? I'm like, oh no, no.
so other than my first relationship, like ever when I was a kid, I met everybody else on the internet or like via the party line or something like that. And so a lot of those times I didn't see pictures, I didn't know what they looked like until I saw them in person. And I didn't even care to really ask them what they look like, and if I liked them on the phone enough to where I'm going to go meet you, then that's all that mattered to me. Like I liked you, so I just saw anything. But I can't say that I do see certain people, but I don't know the separation between physical and sexual attraction is huge because like I'm not thinking that as soon as I see somebody, I guess
Yeah, like
in
want
real
to have
life.
So
sex with them.
weird. Some people
But
can do that. Like they
I
look
don't
at
think
people
experiencing
like
physical attraction is the same as experiencing sexual attraction.
and then it's
for
For
some
some.
different.
people, it is because as soon as they look at somebody that they find
Mhm.
attractive, they're instantly sexually attracted to them. They're like, I can fuck
Oh,
this person.
okay.
Like as some, like
I've
I've
heard
asked people that before. Like, so you mean to tell me you can look at somebody and tell that you would want to have sex with them? And they're like, yeah. Like if they and you see it so much on social media. If a person looks good, they want to sleep with that person. And it's like I don't know how that works because obviously it don't work with me, but that's how it works for some. That's why people used to be so confused when I would say,
Dang, I used
oh,
to
yeah,
separate.
that person looks amazing. Or I'd be like, I fucking love Bruno Mars. And they'd be like, oh, I bet if he asked to sleep with you, you say yes, yeah. No, absolutely not. No.
Hmm.
I love him to death, but absolutely not. Don't ask me to sleep with you. My attraction probably will actually leave at that point.
like there's a plenty of stars that I find attractive. Like
Mm.
when we recently talked about like Jay Cargill, I think she's beautiful, but it wouldn't register to me if she came up to me and then like, "Hey, you want to go out with me?" Huh? What?
Yeah.
You just said I was cute. Like
I be falling in
I
love
did.
with like celebrities, not because of like how they look. It'd be like, I don't know, to be honest.
Maybe it's
I can't
different.
tell you what it is for me because I've actually had it where I thought somebody was like so attractive and then they spoke to me and that shit just left. Like, and I don't mean like
Do
it
you
was
think
because I didn't like the way they talked or something. It's like, no, they just literally spoke to me and it left. I was like, you, like, I was talking to my mom about that and she was like, it's like they ruined the fantasy. I was like, yeah,
yeah, and that's what I was about
ruined
to
the
say. Do you
fantasy.
think for me and you is more so fantasy
Yeah,
rather than
because
because for me, it'd be bad because it's not necessarily because I find you attractive physically. It could even, it could be, it's also not because I really like your art. Like for some people, I am attracted to them because I really like their art, not attracted sexually. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm in love because I really love your voice. I love how you sing. I love your art. I love the way you express yourself in your music or whatever. But I never want to meet them ever in my life.
yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like if I see somebody, I'm like, oh yes, he looks good. And it's like I I'm one of those people who don't mind being in the same vicinity as somebody that looks good, unless they're a shitty ass person, then you can just go. But as far as like attraction, I just like to be around them. I don't actually want to be with them or have
I don't
sex with them.
even
I
want
could
to
be
be
your best
around them.
friend. I can be your friend. We could definitely be friends, but nothing more than that. I just like to look at you, but as soon as they're like talking, it's like I don't know, that just makes it more real. And then my imagination
My
is
imagination
not
be
good
better, so I don't
when
even
it
want to see them. I don't
mine
even
is
want to
not
meet
good
them.
because I come into reality. So if it's a person like you know how you can build shit up with your imagination to where you like it. Like that's why I like fanfic so much. But if I'm talking to you, I'm forced to face reality of you
Same.
as this person, and that doesn't align with whatever goes on in my head.
Same. I
So I
just want to
prefer to stay
picture.
away.
I want to picture who you are. I don't want to really know.
Exactly.
I want to think about it to myself. I don't really want to know who you are because I know I'm not gonna like that person. I know I'm not gonna like who you are if I meet you in person.
Exactly, because you're not going to meet the person that's in my mind, which
Right.
is why I
That's
feel
what
like that kind
me
of
and Roy
delusion
was
is
having a
perfectly fine
conversation. Yeah.
because you're not trying to be with that person. It's different if you're trying to be with that person and you're trying to
And then
make
you're trying to
them the
make
person
them.
that's in your head, but you're not even trying to be in the same vicinity as them. You're just looking at them. Like, I like that. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not going overboard. I'm not thinking anything bad about you. Just let me look at you every
Right. Let
once
me
in a
picture it in
while.
my head.
Not all the time, because then I'm get tired of you. But every once in a while, just let me look at you and let that be that. Don't talk to me. Don't ask me shit. Don't say, "Well, I'm here." Damn. Now I gotta find somebody else for inspiration.
But when it comes to people in real, and what that could be why in real life I don't be impressed with people. Like I be coming across people, like people be liking me. I be coming across people that, and I'm just like, it'd be so hard for me to like somebody.
Be like, "You're so disappointing."
Yeah,
Characters
it'd
should
be
be
hard
better
for
than
me to
me.
like somebody. Like I'd rather just think about it up here, and like I don't really want to experience it in real life because it's hard.
I think I can relate to the like being a fan of their work or their art
Mm.
or whatever it is, because there's a lot of people, and I noticed that I'm thinking about it like, what happened first for me? Did I find them attractive first, or did I like their art first? And I realized
Mm.
I like their art first.
Mm.
Like anybody, like any wrestler I like, ooh, they're great in the ring. Ooh, they could talk, and then ooh, I want to meet them or whatever in my head. But
Yeah,
then I'm
I
like,
ain't
I
want to
don't,
meet
I don't
them.
want to really meet them though. In my back of my head, like
Right.
I don't, like, or but I don't think like anything like that would happen if they were to approach me. But at the same time, there's a separate part of me who I could admire the physical form of the body, and so I can watch porn whether no matter what the porn is, and find that them attractive, but not them attractive. I could find their body attractive, but that I don't know if that would translate to me to go past that. Like how people fan out over porn stars, and a lot of times, or any sex worker
And
like
they
that,
want to have sex with
they
them.
want to have sex with them, and like I could have masturbated to your porn, but it'd be different if it'd be in person. You're just a person still.
A lot of times I don't even be looking at the people. I just be listening. So when it
I
comes to porn, I don't really like look. I just listen.
I'll look, and it
It's
depends.
both.
Sometimes I depend on the the porn itself, like if what they're doing on there or something like that. That'll
Unless it's like massaging. I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna be done sleeping by the time y'all actually start having sex. But I'm gonna be knocked out.
So it's a duality within me, but I don't think it really translates like that because, like I said, that switch could turn off real fast with me because I could see that maybe you're an attractive person once you start talking. If you are stupid or you say something that just doesn't resonate with me, I'm just like, oh, you an ugly person, real fast,
When it
real
comes
fast.
to porn, I don't even like if I see a face, I don't watch it. Like if I watch men on porn, don't have your face in the fucking video. That is such, I don't know why. That is just such not like that is so not a good thing to me. I will scroll right on past it. I don't care. Don't have your face in the video.
So you
Like
just want to
I
see
can,
bodies.
yeah, I can see the neck down, but if I see your face, I'm not because now all I'm focused on is your face. I don't even care what you're doing at this point. I'm just gonna be looking at your face like, what's going on with your nose? Like, why your lip look like that? Why? I promise you, this
That's
is
why
how
I don't watch porn because I picking out everything just like that. I feel like, why is look at his balls? Why his penis look like that?
this
Like,
is also why I can't look people in the eyes when they
he
talking to me because like if I'm talking to you, I'm not gonna be looking at you because as soon as I start looking at you, I cannot hear you. I'm gonna be looking at your eyes, the colors, how they start moving. I'm gonna be looking at your nose. I'm gonna be looking at everything. Like I cannot focus
Oh,
if
I'm
I see
looking
your
at you.
face.
I'm trying to mesmerize you. I'm looking like, I be looking. I think I do. I make eye contact to see how the person is gonna react to me. So
Girl, I will
it's like a
ignore the fuck out
domination
your face.
tactic. It's a domination tactic. So I'm looking in your eyes so I can see what you're gonna do.
You can tell if I'm looking you in your eyes that I ain't heard shit you said. I would look
Oh,
like a damn deer in the headlights. Like I'm just looking at you. It's gonna get awkward as hell. It's like, Van, did you hear anything I said? No, I ain't heard shit.
I do find myself analyzing on some people though, but like I said, I like the human form, so it depends on the person. Like some of the people that I like, it's
I feel
like,
like I gotta like you to like your form. So I don't care nothing about your form if I don't like you. If I like you, then I'm in love with your form. Because even when it comes to like bodies or whatever, like when I'm in a relationship with somebody, like how we be talking about when we talk about sex and how we be talking about you gotta love genitals, period.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta love people's genitals, period. And I appreciate the body. I appreciate the body as like art or whatever. But it doesn't do anything for me. But if I like you, I'm gonna love your body, especially me and your Genesis gonna have our own relationship, like that you ain't got nothing to do with.
Oh, same, same. I like sitting there looking like, oh yeah.
Say that nigga just called me.
But hold on, let me go down there.
Hold up, shut
Let me
up. He
look.
just said something.
I'm gonna know every in and out of it. But like, it don't
Say
matter. It don't matter the gender. I'm looking at this right here.
I know this a part of me I can say I don't pay attention to unless I myself am where I like to be as far as my own body. Like, because I don't be trying to like project or nothing on to anybody, but it's like I can't really truly appreciate someone else's until I'm able to appreciate my own first. And right now, I don't like that shit, so I don't even bother looking.
I think that's what most people though. I feel.
I can't fully appreciate how yours look because I'm so focused on what you think about mine. Like I don't want to know what you think about mine, but I'm thinking, what could you possibly think about mine? And then whatever you say, if it's positive, I'm be like, you lying.
You definitely will. Like for me, I don't know. I don't really be caring because I love I love my body, so I'll be like I don't really care what that nigga think. And if he think if they don't really like it, it's something wrong with them.
I was about to say you be
Cause
like,
I look
it's
I
obviously
look
something wrong with
good.
you. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
I look good. Like I don't know what you talking about.
Now give me 3 months and we'll come back to that.
We done went from KeKe
See,
and Darius to attraction.
The
We
part that started it was when we was talking about people having problems. Well, it started with like how people use them jokes,
oh
Oh
yeah.
and
yeah.
then we switched to how people have a problem internally when
See,
they start looking on the
see what I was
outside.
talking about, Boonie.
What?
You could connect the threads like with this. Sometimes if somebody else was talking, you couldn't connect the thread.
When you say thread, what is you talking about? Because those are so many different things that she just
Yeah, but
named.
it
It's
connects
It's
how
with
they
not
that. She
this.
connected.
figured out
It's
how
how
we
they
got.
all started. They connected.
Oh, she figured out how we got. That's what you mean
Yeah,
by connected threads.
yeah.
I be thinking you talking about it goes together. I be like, no,
No,
it don't.
it
Like we
don't go.
literally be all over the place.
But
I like that
we
one
was all
time
over.
I was talking to, I think CL said something about like some cereal, and I was like, damn, a Subway cookie sound good as fuck. And my husband was like, how the fuck did you did you get a Subway cookie from fucking cereal? And I was like, see, what had happened was you was talking about the cereal, which made me think about everything that's on top of the refrigerator, and then I pictured the cabinet that's next to the refrigerator, and I was like, oh, it's some tuna in there. But then I thought about Subway because I always get my tuna sandwiches from Subway, and I always get a chocolate chip cookie, and then I was like, damn. A chocolate chip cookie sounds good right about now. And I was like, see, that's how I got that.
It was, who did a skit like that? It was somebody that did a skit like that.
It
Where
be a lot of. I be seeing a few people who be doing skits like that.
it'd be hilarious.
That's how my brain works. And the thing is, it took a good minute just to say all that, but in reality, it only takes a split second for it to actually process.
Mm-hmm.
The brain is a
Yeah,
very
right.
complex thing.
So you don't. So when they be going off topic, you don't know how it be getting there.
I don't understand how it got there.
Something weird to me about people who will try so hard to claim the other sides of them other than the one that's visible. Like yeah, I'm mixed, but you don't see me sitting here like doing like going out of my
Mm-hmm.
way to like push Spanish music in your face or tell you about, you know, the Day of the Dead, how we celebrate that, or like you don't see me trying to sit here like giving you a sombrero or nothing. Like I'm not pushing none of
Right.
that shit. Like, I'm just me. I'm just sitting here like I I'm black. Like that's it. That's what you see, that's what you get. I'm black. Yeah, I'm mixed, but I'm black. We do shit in the house, but on the outside in the world, what you see is a black woman. That's what you get. So I'm black. But I've seen like this one guy, I was gonna call him black, but the way he be putting shit on Instagram, I don't know. But it's like he's trying so hard to prove that he's Puerto Rican or is a Cuban,
I'm
one
not,
of them. And I'm just like, why? Like he will post video after video after video after video of him dancing to the music, of him having the flag and him having it in his room or him speaking it. Like he tries so hard to prove that that's where he's from, that's his culture and stuff. And it's like, my guy, it's okay. It's
I, s-
okay.
I sent you the post, Boonie, so you can see it.
Mm.
Cause he's like he's on the darker side. So
Yeah.
obviously, when you look at him, the first thing that's gonna come to your mind is that's a black man,
I
not
think it be
Puerto
people
Rican.
who don't be fitting into those spaces and they be trying so hard to prove that they are that whatever race or whatever, because they don't fit in those spaces and people have made them feel uncomfortable for it. And it becomes
It
their
is.
identity and it becomes annoying.
Right, cause like every like I when I first saw him, I think I saw like one of his old model pictures or something like that. And I was like, this is a beautiful black man. Like he is a gorgeous black man. And then it started slowly shifting to him just posting, you know, like selfies, to him posting like he has the flag. Okay, cool. That's where you from. So now every single post has something to do
Mm.
with him being there or being, you know, of that culture. And it's like, bro, it's okay. You don't
I,
have to do all that. It's okay if
I,
people don't know. It's okay if people do misunderstand. You know what you are. You should be proud of who and what you are. You don't have to try so hard to convince other people.
Even people who claim that they're allies go too far a lot of the time. And then the true testament is when somebody calls them out on it, or even if the person is, you know, just being an ally, somebody calls them out, they get real butthurt real fast, and they show their
Hmm.
true colors real fast. I've seen it happen a
Just
whole lot
like
on TikTok. Yeah, there was one white guy who was calling himself an ally, you know, standing up for black rights or whatever. And he didn't get the response that he wanted from the black community. And 2 months later, he's on the conservative side and
mm-hmm.
with them other black YouTubers who wants to talk the narrative that, you know, the accountability narrative for black people, which is stupid. But
He was like, why don't black people trust when other races say that they are allies? I said, because y'all be lying.
a lot, you lying.
And he like, but I've been to Black Lives Matter. I got shot at a Black Lives Matter rally or whatever. Okay. And
If you really an ally, you don't want no credit for that. You really standing with us.
Right.
exactly.
Like,
If you
black people
really
get shot just for walking outside. So
exactly
Exactly.
you stand with us, you gonna stand with us.
And you
You
didn't
know
get
what come
shot for
with it.
being at a Black Lives Matter rally. You got shot for having a weapon there, being aggressive there. That's what you got
Right.
shot for.
And these allies, they want to say they're allies until
You
they
don't
get
need allies.
1 second of the black experience. Oh shit!
Or when they, like you said, when they're not received the
Right.
way they want to be, then it's like, oh, y'all want to accept me, so I'm not on y'all side no more. Then you were never an ally.
I feel like you can see the genuine people though. It's pretty easy to see the genuine people or the people that's just pandering.
That remind me of children when they can't get what they want from other kids. Well, I'm not your friend no more. Then you were never their friend.
You were never their friend to begin
Exactly.
with. I've
100%.
seen on TikTok, and I could see the real allies. I could see the ones that you could tell that okay, they if they made a post about black people today, it's not just because they want attention. That's how they
Mhm.
really feel,
That's really how they feel.
right? Or you could tell the people that oh, she talking like she black. You could tell the people that really grew up like that, and the people that's just trying to code switch, like change they lingo or whatever because they
Even the
heard it.
ones who grow up like that annoy me too.
Really?
To me, that's not an excuse for what the way you. Yeah, it does. Especially if you always calling attention to it. That's your platform. Like that one older lady that used to listen to hip hop and stuff every day on
Oh, the white lady.
TikTok.
You talking about the white
Yes,
lady that was rapping all the songs?
that used to annoy
Oh, I
me.
couldn't stand her.
That don't used to annoy
Oh, I
me.
could not stand her either. You were obviously, but that's the only thing she would do, right? She would just be sitting there
Yeah,
rapping
just
the
sitting
song,
there listening and
listening to
rapping.
I know who y'all talking about. Used to be sitting there dancing and rapping to the shit
yeah.
every single day. Used
And
to come
black people
across my
used to be in the
timeline too.
comments, "Oh, you a cool white lady. Oh, you whatever, whatever. You invited to the cookout," and they used to annoy me so bad.
I thought you were talking about the other older lady that she just country. You can
What
just
lady?
tell it's a lady that if I find her videos, I'll send it to you. But
I think I probably know who you're
most
talking
of her
about.
videos be cracking back on people talking stuff to her.
Mm. I
It'd
think
be
I know who
fun.
you're talking about.
Her videos are funny to me because I feel like I don't feel like she's trying. She just you talk shit to her, she gonna talk shit back to you.
Mm.
It just so happens that her voice sound like them old grandmas from the south.
Yeah, but like you could tell though. But yeah, even them niggas that be growing up around black people, they get on my nerve because they be feeling like they got a pass, and when you let people get comfortable like that, you regret it fast. Or you have some black people who be cool, who will give them the N-word pass. You could say it because you grew up with me. You really like black people. That's all you. That's all you need for them to be like, oh, you could say nigga because you really like black people.
It doesn't make it okay, but I used to be that person too, where I would see certain things and be like, well, not understanding the severity of the word, understanding how you are appropriating, and then seeing somebody who, okay, these two people gave you the ability to say that around them. That's them.
Exactly.
That's them that said that. Now, if you're trying to force the issue to do it around other people, then you you're an idiot. You don't understand what really like the pain that that's causing them. Two niggas said that you can say nigga. Okay, cool. They your homeboys. Say it around
Like
them.
peso in the music. And I'm
Say
like, whenever he said, I'd be like, he talking to y'all. He's literally rapping about killing y'all. He not talking about them Mexican niggas. He talking to you. Your black behind that he gonna kill. He
it be
not talking
fun.
to the Mexicans.
It'd be funny to me because a testament, especially in Cali, is somebody that's white. If you go to jail in California, you're gonna get tested by the whites and the blacks. If you say you're a Crip, a white Crip, you're gonna have to get tested because the white people don't like that. So they're gonna beat you up. You got to take that ass beating and come back to the blacks and be like, yeah, I'm still with y'all. A lot of them will switch up.
Mm.
They ain't ready for that. They not about that life for real. You can tell who is and who isn't.
And I be seeing them songs, I feel like, bro. And when he talk about he gonna spin the block, he talk about your hood. He ain't talk about the Mexicans.
Wonder what hood he from anyway. He's supposed to be
I
from
don't
Houston,
know.
right? Or Dallas or something.
He from Texas. I don't know which part.
I feel like black people are the only ones that have we have that insult that is so deep, hurting and all that. No other insult has the same effect that I could think of. Probably the closest one is the F word for gay people
Mm-hmm.
that actually had a is associated with violence like that. I think. But anything else is just I thought of something offensive. I'm gonna call them that.
Oh my God, and also, we not like, can we call y'all? Can we say this? Can we call y'all this? Everybody want to call us niggas. We don't be trying to call y'all derogatory words.
Be mad till we say cracker,
Right.
beamer.
We start saying them, y'all be pissed.
Don't call me that. Wait, what? I had one white dude tell me, I don't mind cracker, but don't ever call me a honky.
Honky.
Honky worse than cracker.
he was adamant about it.
Dang.
Every time I say crackers, I be referring to like the actual saltine crackers in the cabinet or the Ritz ones.
Right,
Every
because
time
I don't.
say cracker in the house, Mundo turn around and be like, they are called saltines. They don't appreciate cracker.
Cracker to me.
The South, bro, black people use that word so hard. I don't think I don't use cracker. I don't use no terms that I feel would be derogatory to any race of people. That's why I be so hard about not saying nigga. I don't even use it if you make me mad. I'm not gonna call you that.
Same.
If I call
I
you
don't feel
bro,
a need to.
or
Right.
yeah, if I call you bro hard in an argument, that's my way of calling you a nigga. And I say nigga all damn day, but if I call you bro in the middle of
Right.
an
I don't
argument,
even
that's
be.
my
I
way of
don't.
saying nigga.
I wouldn't even use them words if I'm mad at you. So that's why I'm hard about no, you're not saying nigga, even in the endearing way, you're not saying that around me.
For me, it's either bro like that or dude. If I say dude, I'm really mad.
But I feel like boy, when when white people say boy, it bothers me more than nigga.
Oh yeah.
It
Boy,
bothers me way more.
boy really bothers me because the way that it come out,
me.
the
Because when Kid Reagan was
cockiness of
saying that to you, that y'all pissed me, bro. Me going back and listening, looking at that, because I had to look at the podcast to edit the audio. I had to look at the video to edit the audio. When he was saying that, and I think that's why I told you I was done. Because when he was saying that, that joke was pissing me
I don't even think I
off.
noticed it.
I was like, why is he saying that?
I don't even think I noticed it. It was on the game one.
Yeah.
I had made a post and I said something about white women, something about white people using the word girly just don't sit well with me.
I don't like that either.
It's a lot of those terms that are associated with racism or I'm over you, like I am above you type of situation.
Yeah.
And you're not finna little boy me. You're not finna
I will
son.
stomp you to be beneath me physically, literally.
I don't care how old you are.
Right. That's
I will trip you to make you fall so I can look down at you.
I remember my ex got mad at me because I wanted to leave one of her coworkers' functions because we came to the function and one of the older people there was just like, I remember colored people, and I said, no, we need to leave. I'm gonna whoop his ass. He said colored or he said Negro. One of them, and I just did not like how it sounded, and I'm like, either we leave or I get in his face.
The way I be saying palm colored people out loud. Palm colored people.
Man, that literally is nothing. Oh, I don't like it. Y'all be calling us palm colored people. If you don't shut up, that's nice.
That's the nicest way I could think to say it.
They are sensitive, so it's actually very bad for them.
But you are the color of my palm.
Exactly. And we only create these terms because we can't say white people online.
But you could say any other
They
form of
flag
hate.
us, but you can't say white people. That's why we make up so many different terms for them.
Oh, that's one thing I was going to tell y'all too about the comments that I was looking at. Let me read one of them to you. The KeKe thing that pissed me off. But you can say anything on Facebook. You can say anything against black people, and it's okay.
I about to say against black people because Mondo done got his page like put in jail. I don't know how many times for the shit that he be saying on fucking Facebook.
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
They tried to tell me I couldn't say nigga on Facebook. That's why I don't like it.
So I told you about the other ones, the repetitive ones, but
God dang, this
1, 2, bookworm, 3, 4, shut the door.
and of course, yet another example of domestic violence between Shaniqua and Gervonta. Very typical in that community.
One of these days, my eyes are gonna get stuck from how hard I be fucking rolling them at the stupidity that I hear on a daily basis.
I'm like, you allowed to post this, but
So
if I say white people,
Shaniqua and Gervonta, my nigga.
I'm so tired.
and this post is still sitting in there, but if I say anything else, I get flagged. I say white people, I get flagged, and my page is, and I'm in Facebook jail for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Literally no context to it. I just say white people, SMH.
That's all you can say.
I'm gonna do
That's all
that.
you gotta say.
As soon as I charge my phone, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna type white people and see what happens. If y'all see it, go like it. But I'm just gonna type
oh yeah, I'm gonna like it.
what happens.
You about to be in Facebook jail though.
It'll be the first time. I'm just gonna see what happens. Cause I thought about that one time.
You know what?
I made
Let's
a
do
post.
it.
I was like,
and I'm gonna share it.
I think I put YT on there instead of white, but I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna type big bold white people, and that's it. That's the post.
No,
More specific, I'm gonna type white women, black men, but I'm gonna just leave it. Let them be confused because they don't care about you talking shit about black people, but they want to take down white people. So I'm just see.
It's funny because you see it in society, like when Kanye got so viscerally, everybody he was saying whatever he wanted to about us, about what's his name, George Floyd and all of that. But the second he mentioned anything about Jewish people, they took everything away from him.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say anything about Jewish people.
Aren't they the ones who truly run the country?
They are. They are.
That's why they have power. They were in positions of power. And that's why they're afraid of us getting power, because they're afraid that we're gonna do something to them. Which I don't think
at this point
will
we
happen.
should.
We should, but that's not how we're gonna operate. Most black people will be inclusive. We just want to have the same stuff that y'all got. Can we have the same opportunities, please? Give us that. Thank you. Cool.
We're trying to play their game with our rules, and it's not working. We got to play their game with their rules.
Yeah. Fire back.
I mean, that's all it is. This entire country is a narcissistic country. It's run by narcissistic people. So in order to beat a narcissist, you have to be a narcissist. Except you got to do it better because you're not truly a narcissist. So you have the advantage.
Yeah.
You pull them on them. That shit is so satisfying to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Doing to a narcissist the shit that they do to you, and just sit there and watch them like go fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
It's satisfying, but it's emotionally draining. Mentally draining too. I be like, bro, I can win. Oh, I can win against this nigga, but it be taking so much out of me to do it. I'm sick of it.
The karma has always been on my side, apparently, because every single time anything has ever been done to me, that shit get done right back to them almost instantly, and the shit be so funny. I just look, I just listen.
Mama told me she saw my ex. So when he speak to her, he didn't know. I don't think he knew who I was. I said he knew who you were.
I'm gonna put it
He
public.
100% knew who you were.
Oh, you want all the smoke today, man.
He's a stalker.
I feel like it's not doing nothing if I leave it private, so because my page is private, so I'm just gonna put that public post. It is posted.
It's an experiment.
I'm gonna laugh if somebody responds like, "What?"
Right.
Like, what?
I got a few white people on my page.
Oh, brother. Well, all the white people that was on my page left a long time ago, my nigga, because I used to post on my page. Bro, the ones that I went to school with.
I see it. I just love that. I might share it.
Ones I went to school with, bruh, they got up out of there.
Oh, cool. There's a post that says dudes be pushing 40 and still treating women bad. Grow up, you about to die. I commented,
Right.
I said grow up or die. There, fixed it.
Right.
Age don't mean nothing. You still gonna be a bad person no matter what. And we're gonna end right there, guys. Please email us at Royal Genius Reviews to give us feedback. Also, if you have any questions for any of our hosts, also subscribe, like, and share. It means so much. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.